The U.S. is sending 3 warships to the waters of Venezuela as part of a major counter-narcotics operation.
The Caribbean night is silent. Far above, a black silhouette glides through the sky, invisible to radar, unstoppable in purpose. Inside the cockpit, 2 U.S. Air Force pilots track glowing screens. Their mission, a secret cocaine fortress buried near Venezuela's border. In seconds, precision ordnance drops away, cutting through the air like lightning. On the ground, silence turns to chaos. A fireball erupts, shattering warehouses, collapsing tunnels, and leaving nothing but smoldering ruin. Washington calls it a necessary blow. Allies hold their breath. Caracas erupts in fury. Was this just a strike against drugs, or the first move in a shadow war? Washington rewrites the rules. For decades, drug wars played out in courtrooms and back alleys. DEA busts, indictments, seizures. But in 2020, the Trump administration made a radical change. Drug cartels would no longer be treated like criminals. They would be treated like terrorists. That single word changed everything. It unlocked the Pentagon's playbook: missiles, bombers, warships, special forces. At the heart of this new doctrine is Venezuela's Cartel de los Soles, a shadow network tied, according to U.S. officials, to Nicolas Maduro's inner circle. Washington claims it's not just a cartel, but a state-sponsored empire moving tons of cocaine north each year. Alongside it, groups like Mexico's Sinaloa cartel and Venezuela's Tren de Aragua were branded with the same label: terrorist organizations. The signal was clear. This was no longer a law enforcement fight. It was a battlefield. But how exactly does America fight a cartel with the world's most powerful military? Lessons from the Red Sea. To find the answer, look east to the Red Sea. In March 2025, the U.S. unleashed one of the heaviest bombing campaigns in years against Houthi militants in Yemen. 40 strikes in a single day. Power stations, missile depots, and air defenses erased overnight. Fighter jets screamed from the decks of carriers. Drones circled above, streaming real-time footage. Long-range bombers shattered hardened bunkers. The campaign wasn't just about destruction. It was about overwhelming, intimidating, and reshaping the battlefield. That same playbook, military planners say, could be aimed at Venezuela's cocaine labs and smuggling networks. A blueprint drawn in the Middle East may soon be tested in the Americas. Enter the shadow bomber. And at the center of this arsenal stands an aircraft that looks more like a shadow than a plane. B-2 Spirit. A flying wing designed to disappear from radar. It glides silently at high altitude, capable of carrying 40,000 pounds of ordnance. Its weapons range from precision-guided bombs to bunker-busting penetrators that can chew through reinforced tunnels and vaults. The B-2 isn't just stealthy. It's psychological. Enemies know they may never see it until it's too late. In October 2024, B-2s deployed from Diego Garcia struck underground weapons depots in Yemen, proving their reach. In Venezuela, the same aircraft could erase hidden cocaine bunkers along the Colombian border in a single strike. To cartel leaders, the message is chilling. No matter how deep you dig, America has a weapon built to find you. To regional governments, it raises another fear. If the U.S. is willing to use strategic bombers against drug networks, what limits remain? See interdictions, the chess game. Not every battle is won from the air. The Caribbean itself is a battlefield, where the U.S. Navy runs constant interdiction missions. Warships patrol shipping lanes, radar dishes sweep for suspicious boats, drones hover low, and helicopters drop raiders onto decks. Boarding teams storm vessels in minutes, seizing bales of cocaine hidden under false floors, in engine rooms, or beneath fishing nets. Dogs sniff out what eyes can't see. Evidence is photographed, cataloged, destroyed. When ships can't be safely captured, Tomahawk missiles or precision strikes do the job instead. Nothing is left afloat. It's a constant chess game between smugglers and sailors. One side hiding, the other side hunting. Both knowing a single mistake means capture or destruction. Raids in the shadows. Sometimes, precision bombs aren't enough. That's when the Navy calls in special operations raids. Helicopters skim treetops. Operators fast rope onto rooftops. Divers slip into rivers and cut through undersea gates. Teams move with surgical precision, seizing kingpins, extracting hard drives, planning charges to destroy labs. Every raid is timed to the second. Insertion, capture, extraction. For traffickers, the nightmare isn't just being bombed from above. It's waking up to find elite US troops storming through their doors in the middle of the night. History echoes. This isn't the first time Washington has aimed its guns at Latin America. In 1989, US troops invaded Panama to capture Manuel Noriega, a dictator accused of narco-trafficking. 26,000 soldiers, hundreds of aircraft, a full invasion. Noriega was dragged from power, flown to Miami, and locked in prison. Today, comparisons are inevitable. Could Nicolas Maduro, accused of turning Venezuela into a cartel state, face the same fate? The stakes, however, are far higher. Venezuela sits on the world's largest oil reserves, borders Colombia, and holds deep ties with Russia, China, and Iran. An American strike here would not be a repeat of Panama. It could be the start of a much larger storm. The dangerous gamble. But here's the danger. Latin America fiercely guards its sovereignty. Mexico has already rejected any idea of US forces on its soil. Even close allies are uneasy about military strikes in the hemisphere. And Maduro? He warns that any attack would mark the beginning of the end for the American state. Empty words, or a threat backed by allies in Moscow and Tehran. For Washington, the dilemma is brutal. Do nothing, and cartels grow richer, stronger, deadlier, strike, and risk igniting a regional war that could spiral beyond control. For ordinary Venezuelans, already crushed by poverty and repression, either choice feels like a catastrophe waiting to happen. Finally, so here we are. The plans are drawn. The ships are ready. The bombers are waiting. The United States now holds the power to wipe cartel labs from the map with the same precision it once used in the deserts of Yemen. The question isn't, can it be done? The question is, will it? If the order comes, history will remember it as one of two things. The night America finally broke the cartels, or the night a new war began in the Americas. This is the US Navy's shadow war, and its next target may be closer to home than anyone is ready for.